So I was a science teacher when I got out of college, and I did that for 6 years. And I just started getting interested in it, and then I realized that fermentation was a science, and I didn't realize that before. Had my teachers throughout my high school and college talked about fermentation, I would have been interested even earlier. So had kind of an interest. There was a homebrew store close. I decided to start making beer. I thought that would be fun. And it was, and I did that for a couple of years. My brother was a banker, and across the street was a small brew pub. He introduced me to the brewer, and I was enamored because as a home brewer, you see, okay, I know how this works. You see all the tanks, and you see it like in this brewery. We're sitting in here, and you're like, oh, that's the mash tun, that's the kettle, and you want to just try it and just hang out. We have tons of people who would like to start from the bottom and become a brewer, which is how you do it, really. I didn't really want to do that then because I was a teacher. I had a good job. I was in a good school district. I enjoyed teaching. Since I had all the breaks that you get as a teacher, I thought it'd be cool to go in and help him. So I kind of caught the bug that way. He finally offered me a job because he said I was working harder than his assistant. The brewing industry doesn't pay well. It's not one you're going to get rich at. You do it because you love it. It's because it's a hobby and a passion that you can get paid for. So I wasn't making any money. There was no benefits involved. But I was learning. I was having fun. 15 months after I started into the brewing industry, I got my first full-time job as a head brewer at another brew pub. Did that for 15 months, and then it closed down. Now I'm like, well, welcome to the business world. Schools don't close down. The bad news was that closed down 2 months before my son was born, my first son. And yeah, a little bit of an issue. Maybe I need to go back to teaching. I said, let's just try this because no one wants to get to be retirement age and have regrets. I didn't want to get there, especially as a teacher, because you guys have been through school, and so you've seen crusty old teachers who should have retired. And I wasn't going to be that. I didn't think I would have been, but I didn't want to chance it. Long story short, this other guy I knew, he said, I'm leaving. I think you'd be great to take over my job. So I took a job with this other brewery, and I was there for 6 years as the brewmaster before coming out to Oregon. So my title's Brewmaster. I run the brewery side. I manage the brew house, so the brewers that make the beer, and myself, I kind of oversee the quality and all the beers that come out. I do brew some though, so part of my job is brewing the single batch beers. I'm in charge of that, and all the unique and creative beers. I have some administrative kind of tasks. Finally, I have some marketing duties, which include events outside of here. So an event, a festival in Portland, I got to go to that. A dinner in Salem, I got to go to that. Something here in town. A lot of people don't understand, but I talked about cooking before. When you make beer, it's like cooking because you have a set of ingredients that you know what they taste like alone, and you know what they taste like when you put them in different combinations in the dish. You cook it, or boil it, in our case steep it, boil it, do all the things we do to make beer, and it comes out this unique new thing that people enjoy. So the way I make recipes is, first of all, I know my system. I have other recipes to look at and things like that. But really, I know what my ingredients taste like or smell like, and I know how they go together.